Okay, hello, welcome back, Transformer TCG fans. Okay, what I have going on here is a video that has been failing every time I try to record. It either goes way too long or whatever. So let's look at a few cards, a few new cards. Quick update: Shell Shocked now has a star, which it seemed pretty obvious after one of your characters defends. Do damage to the attacker equaled to the number of black pips flipped by your opponent for battle. So if they flip a lot of black pips, whoa, sorry. And it's just the pip. It doesn't have to be traded so much. They flip. I don't know. Say that they got a white pip in here, and they have bold one, and they flip these 5 cards. That's that's 1, 2, 3, 4 black pips right there. So that would be an attack of 4 back on them. So with that kind of power, Shell Shock needs to have a star. Therefore, you'd only have one in your, probably only one in your deck. Still, it's a nice blue pip. Defensive card to get some nice attack on your attacker. So there is that. Now, what I also want to go over is a few cards here. First up, let's look at Playing Chicken. Playing Chicken made literally years ago. Like the middle of 2020. And originally it was orange and blue. This is now orange and green, and the green pip has the truck trait on it, so only the trucks can get it on the flip. And once I finally put this into MSE, I went nuts with the text, and so I had truck, car, tank on here like 3 times. So let's read this real quick. If you have a truck, car, or truck active in the battlefield, you may do 1 damage to one of your characters with one of those traits, do 2 damage to an enemy with one of the same traits. Now, it doesn't have to be the identical trait. It just needs to be a car, truck, or tank, like you're going up against, like Playing Chicken. So let's say, I don't know, we have Primal, Chase, and Rat Trap. Just lucky enough, these guys actually equal 25. Say Rat Trap is in his alt mode. You do 1 damage to him. Well, we have a car and a tank, so I can put the 2 damage on one of them. So, well, Dragstrip only has 4 health. Let's put the 2 on Dragstrip, and then this gets scrapped. So it's very much like a Camion Crash. Do 1 damage to one of your characters, do 2 damage to an enemy. It's just not as easy to pull off because it's specific to 3 certain traits. So that's why I did give it an orange pip as well, and green to get it on the flip, to be able to get it, to try to get it into your hand at the same time. If your opponent knows you have this, they're probably going to try to keep their characters in bot mode. If one of their characters is in bot mode and has a truck trait on the opposite side, say you happen to have 24 stars in the Crimzeek stratagem. You haven't hit that character yet. You can hit that bot character, do 1 damage, flip it over, whatever triggers, it gets triggered. They get the advantage of that, but now it's in their alt mode. So therefore, if you have this as an action, now you can go boom, boom, and get the taking advantage of Playing Chicken, which is also a nice aggressive card, kind of like Camion Crash. It's black, this is orange. So that's sort of the difference between the two. Now here's Maximal Pro, but didn't plan on going over it. Showed this on Facebook. A lot of people like this too. It's sort of in the same vein, alternative vein as I forgot. I can see the card. I forgot the name. Anyway, let's just keep going. Now, film at 11 is neat. Film at 11, I've had this idea for, again, almost 2 years. I did it in my phone originally. And originally it was not a blue pip card. I decided to make it blue. So let's say instead of these characters, I have like Flame War, a Wreck-Gar, and maybe another motorcycle character, because you're going to have a motorcycle on your starting team. If you had a motorcycle on your starting team, look at, no, don't look at that. Look at your opponent's hand. Let's see here. Let's have a little bit of setup. I don't know. Let's do this. Look at your opponent's hand. Let's say this is your opponent's hand. They have some of this stuff. If they have at least an orange pip card, you have Spiffy Little Gizmo. I'm going to call it orange, even though it's hybrid. Boom. Now I can take a white pip card from my scrap and put it in my hand. Well, what's in my scrap? If I'm playing motorcycles, I could have Field Communicator, Papa Wheelie, Plasma Horns. Isn't that kind of neat? You're not really doing anything really to your opponent at all. You're just seeing their hand, viewing their hand. As Wreck-Gar is viewing the TV in this old season 3 episode from G1. So to be able to get a card, white card, in your hand, but they have to have an orange pip in theirs. That's all it is. If you haven't played an upgrade yet, you could get Field Communicator to trigger and get that pulled off, or you could play Plasma Horns. Plasma Horns works a little better if you have a little more than at least 10 or 11 white pips in your deck instead of just the Dan Arnold standard 9. So there's that idea. In the meantime, let's look very, very quickly. Let's look at impromptu blocking. Because I was going over a lot of those videos about tap and untapping cards. Okay, let's try to take a look at this. When one of your characters defends, you may tap an untapped 7-star or less enemy character. Okay, so this is a secret action. If they are, let's see here. Let's say they have Grotesque going into, I don't know, let's say Chase. They're attacking Chase. Impromptu blocking gets flipped. I may tap an untapped 7-star or less enemy character. The only one they have less than 7 is Dragstrip. So he's 5-star. He's going to get, this is Buddy's Dragstrip, by the way, from his Ultra League combiner. I can tap him. Okay. And reduce your attack damage by 2. So let's say Chase gets hit by 6. I can reduce it down to 4 instead. Your opponent does 1 damage to one of their tapped characters. They have Grotesque and Dragstrip tapped, so Grotesque has more health. Let's put the one on Grotesque. So that is impromptu blocking. A nice orange-black pip secret action. That does have a little bit of strategy going for it, a little bit of setup, but really not bad. So this has been in the back of my head for a year and a half or more. Also did this on my phone originally before the MSE. I think I had it called something else. I don't remember what, but there you go. There's impromptu blocking. I think we've gone over the Nice Blaster. Yes, it's very nice. Which can only go on Autobots only. Which could only go on Chase on this side of the board or Grotesque on the other side of the board. Grotesque. I would say it wrong. While this is on RC, she has bold 2. When the equipped character attacks a Decepticon, it has +2 to attack. So Chase may not be RC, so he's not going to get bold, but he can still get, this will be a weapon, which is very nice indeed. Which, if I'm attacking Dragstrip, I now have an attack of 5 instead of 3 because he's a Decepticon. All right, so that is the nice blaster. Hopefully to give an RC, any RC, pick an RC, wave 1, wave 2, or homemade or whatever, give her a little something, well, nicer. And gives her bold. So while it's not exactly a fusion bore of attack 3, pierce 3, you're going to get up to attack 3, bold 2, as long as RC is attacking a Decepticon. So there is that. Let's go over at least, where did they go? Oh, maybe they're right here. No, they're not. Okay, we'll look at these together here. We got the official Sonic Stun Gun. We have my Energon Slicer, which is kind of hard to get off the table, but it can because they're all green pip weapons. The Sonic Stun Gun is +1, but when you play another green pip card for turn, you can get attack of 2 off of it. The Sonic Emitter is one of mine, which I've gone over this before. Just nice having them to having my hot little hand here to go over. White and green, that is green. The lighting's terrible in here. So it's a weapon with no attack, but each white and green pips, each green-white flipped for attack gives the equipped character +1 to attack. So it does have each white green. So if you have 3 Sonic Emitters in your deck and you have one on a character and you flip the other two other Sonic Emitters for battle, well, that's going to be +2. If anything else is white and green, it doesn't have to be on one card. For maybe I might need to tweak the text where it says, well, I guess it's okay. Each green-white pip flip for attack gives the equipped character +1. So each time you flip at least a white and green, add 1 to attack for the character. So what I thought, if you're going that kind of heavy and you're using other cards similar to, official plasma horns, to try to get that triggered off with plenty of white, this would be kind of a low use card to be able to get some added attack out of it, even though it has no attack itself. Because, well, it is the Sonic Emitter. It only gets attack when you're using it. You can't fight with it exactly. So, in a sense, it makes some sense for the game. Now, the Energon Slicer is a little different. +1 to attack off a weapon, green pip card. Not very similar to the Sonic Stun Gun, except I saw this in Cyberverse, and I'm like, that's really cool. It made me think of Phantasy Star Online, which I was a big fan of like 20 to 15 years ago. When the upgraded character attacks an enemy of a different faction, do 1 damage to 2 other enemy characters, and then put this back in your hand. So, if I have Chase, and they have, and he attacks Grotesque, nothing's going to happen. I attack Tankor, I can go hit Tankor, 1 attack, non-attack damage, 1 non-attack damage. So do 1 damage to 2 other enemy characters, and then this goes back in my hand. But which is nice because then I can try to use it again. The only thing is that this would not be a card you would want to just put out there haphazardly and leave there if that character is not attacking for that turn, because then it can get vaporized. Of course, there's some secret actions where if something happens and they have a secret action, oh gosh, what's the official one we got? That gets flipped and scraps the weapon or the upgrade. That gets scrapped. It's not in your hand anymore. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can see it too. I keep forgetting my cards. I apologize, guys. But just a lot of neat stuff going on here. Yeah, so, kind of in the same vein, like these idiomatic cards. Now, this is one of the arcs, Particle Cannon and Megatron, put on Galvatron only. Here's the Hot Rod's Dual Bow that I made, which utilizes D-counters. Of course, we just looked at RC's Nice Blaster. When it's on her, it gives her bold. But only Autobots can use this. All Autobots can use the Nice Blaster, but she only gets the bold off of it. Hot Rod's Dual Bow. When it's on Hot Rod, he gets a whole Pierce 1. But anyone else can use this, and if you can get up to bold 3 using the D-counter system with that as well. So there's that. But yeah, that's all I have for right now. That's all I have for right now. More to reveal, more to go over. And this has just been really fun. But yeah, we got a star on Shell Shock now because it needs it. We got to go over some previous cards for the most part. Like Energon Slicer. We kind of looked at Shell Shock. Plain Chicken for 1 is new. Impromptu Blocking is sort of new, but not really. Filament 11 is basically pretty new. The Nice Blaster isn't exactly new. We have looked at that before. It's just been a while. Peace Treaty and the CR Chamber. Let's look at this super quick. It's not what I was wanting to go over. I really said I call it quits, but anyway, here we go. Now, in that solo game I was playing, you may have seen me using the CR Chamber. And I really hadn't officially revealed it. So here it is. Utility, +1 in defense. But we got multiple stuff going on here on pip-wise. It's white and hybrid black and blue. The equipped character has stealth when untapped. So, and this can go on anybody. It's factionless, guys. So, when they're tapped, they can still get hit. If they're untapped, they have stealth. That's pretty easy. But I like mixing it up here when I use a hybrid pip color. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but that's how I've been doing it. So it also has, when this character at the start of the game, while this is on a character at the start of turn, repair 1 to the upgraded character. So, if it's the start of, we got stuff going, whatever, let's say Chase went, they attack with Grotesque, Optimus got hit on I don't know, just scenario, whatever. Start a turn, Optimus Primal got damage. I put the CR Chamber on him before. He is untapped. Repair 1. Well, he doesn't. It has to be at the start of turn. As long as he has damage, you can repair 1 on him. I was looking for one of Buddy's extra measures cards, which is an armor, which allows for 2 utilities. So that would be the only way you could either have 2 of these on one character, or a CR Chamber and a toolbox, because a toolbox is also a utility, and this is also a utility. So it would take the extra measures armor to be able to get another utility on a character unless it's, say, General Optimus Prime or somebody like that, or Dreadwing. So, there's certain characters that do allow for two utilities, but not many. So that's really all I have right now. But this is a really neat card. I don't think it's too overpowering. It's an upgrade, so it can get vaporized. It can get crushing size. Does anybody use that anymore? Etc. Etc. So a lot of neat things going on. Next time we're going to look at how, if you are using a Black Pip heavy deck against your opponent, how that might backfire. So if you like this content, please subscribe, hit the like button. It really helps me out, as well as make a comment down below. This ain't Twitter yet. So as always, throw scraplets at that like button. Have a great day. Have a blessed day. And as always, for a time I considered spelling your wretched little planet, Cybertron, but now you shall witness its dismemberment.